Hello there. Hello there. Welcome to another stream. The first Lego stream in my new setup, which there'll be a video coming out soon enough about. But today we are here to build Ahsoka's Eater. It's going to be interesting how I get along with this. But Ahsoka's Eater looks to be a good ship. I'll be honest. I picked this up not for the Eater, but for the three minifigures. I don't have an R7 yet. I don't have this costume for Ahsoka, but I have a very similar one. I think it's the one without the little gap in the middle, because Ahsoka has 3 or 4 different canonical Clone Wars outfits. So I've got now the second one, but I'll get my Ahsoka in a minute because the other one I've got is a custom and, well, doesn't look like Ahsoka whatsoever. But we were going to build a few other sets. If you haven't already seen the gift with purchase, that has been built. We've got the K8 Enforcer already here, which, fun fact about that, we'll get to that when there's a few more, when everyone's shuffled in. And we also went live Tuesday building an alternate build. I think that's when we built the Z95 Headhunter. And there will be instructions up for that. That's an alternate build of the Arc 170. Really good set. But yeah, again, most of you probably bought that for all of the minifigures in it because we get 3 clone pilots, which is nice to be getting. I mean, we got 3 clones in the gift with purchase. Should we have got 4? Should we have got 5? Should we have got more? Do you want more than 3, 4, 5 clones? I'd love to see more than a handful. Give us 10 clones. How many droids did we get last year? That was like 5. Maybe we can settle for 5. There's a new set that's been added to lego.com, and I'm having a little look through. I don't know what the set is. Does anyone know what's been announced today? Jurassic World's been there for ages. Bluey, Star Wars, Simpsons got announced recently, but that was the 139th. I think all these Creator, these Harry Potter, again more Star Wars. The Stitch keychain, that's not got an image. I remember hearing about that a while back though. There's a few cars, boats, planes. They've really got it all, haven't they? Lego are going through all of the vehicles. I cannot tell which Lego set isn't meant to be here. Alright, 2 more pages. Maybe it's this one. There's another botanical set. Oh no, it's Friends. No, it's basically botanical, isn't it? Friends is just a subsection of botanical at this point. Plant cafe and flower shop. I don't remember seeing that. But that looks like a good set. That might be the one. I was hoping it'd be something more. Lightning McQueen is back. Another car set. Have you seen McQueen's visits to Doc's garage? Which I think is from the final Cars movie. I guess it could have been from any of the other ones. It is a Duplo set, just like Mac, but it's nice to see a few more McQueen Lego sets. Maybe one day we'll get another Lego set with cars. I'd love a Speed Champions with a custom window piece. That could look pretty cool. Let's have a look. Yeah, that seems to be the only one. Well, the Spider-Man sets are nice. Have anyone seen the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man set? That's a nice build. Still no news. Hello there. Hello there. See chat filling up. Has anyone seen the leaked bookend of... We've seen the Sherlock one, and I think we've also got a few from Lego in the past. But has anyone seen... Might as well crack this open. The new Lord of the Rings one with Gandalf and the Balrog. It's nothing special. I don't think it's going to be as expensive as the Sherlock Holmes one. It's a bit bigger. They have the custom wing element, but I don't see them charging too much. This friend set, though, I'm not a fan of the mini dolls. I have a handful of them, but the builds are so cool. They could whack minifigures in this and resell it as part of the City line, to be fair. Right now, they've also got the upscaled baby. It's one of... Now I know that both the chats are working. Hello there. Hello there. I've been putting a bit of thought into the upscaled Grogu. For those of you that aren't following, we're taking my minifigure scale Grogu and Pram and we're blowing it up 1/6 size, which Might sound 6 times the size. It's not a big number, but in every dimension, that makes the full build 216 times bigger. I think that's what we're going to do with the Star Destroyer. I know we said the UCS Star Destroyer might be a bit too much, but we might end up blowing that up for 100k. We got to celebrate a bit more. May the force be with you too, Carla. Thank you. 10k subs, we're building... 10k subs, we are building Jango Fett's UCS Slave 1. We've got to go bigger than that. We can't do a UCS set at 100k subs. Make sure the mic's down. So we're going to have to blow it up. I think that might be a good idea. Going to need a bit more space. I don't think it'll fit in this room. Either that or do it digitally. Look at this. So we did order this. Thankfully the stickers aren't bent. A nice sticker sheet. We did order this May 4th. And surprisingly this year's gift with purchase came with plastic bags. Have LEGO been planning this gift with purchase for a while? Could that be why it got plastic bags instead of paper? Because if you haven't bought a LEGO set in the last year or two, or don't live in Europe, I don't think America has the honours of paper bags yet. You will not understand the new stresses and worries with these paper bags. They've got, not that side, they've got a little pattern on it, similar to the instructions have. And we also found out very quickly when building R2-D2 for May 4th, that pieces get lost inside these bags so often. Let alone the perforated edges. Right, you can go back there. Right on the top. I was hoping it'd be perfect. Almost perfect, just at the end. But we got a perforated edge that doesn't seem to want to work. And then when you pour out all the Lego pieces, sometimes... Oh, look at that. There is an element. Come on, out you get. Element left behind. In this case, we've got Ahsoka's green lightsaber blade. I do want to get some yellow ones. I've seen a few comments on... It was an old video, actually, talking about lightsabers. It might have been my Acolyte video when I did my Acolyte minifigures. And I still want to get around to doing that for Andor. A few different builds we could do for Andor. But talking about lightsaber colours and the fact that we didn't have a yellow. Well, we do have a yellow. It's one of 2 lightsaber colours I now don't own. I picked up orange for Baylan Skull and Shin Hati. We'll get to that cockpit in a minute. And I also picked up a few glow-in-the-dark elements, which are really snazzy. I'm liking the glow-in-the-dark sabers. Almost as much as the LED sabers. Don't know. The LED sabers, they're a little better. As I was saying a second ago, this is my second Clone Wars Ahsoka. I don't have any of the old official ones. Look how cool that is. It's a nice outfit. None of the... I don't remember what era this is meant to be from, but none of the diamonds on the side. I think that would have been a nice touch for this minifigure. Hello there! But we do have the double-bladed... Well, they're both bladed sabers. They're not double-bladed. It's both single-bladed lightsabers, both of which are green. Maybe a neon green. LEGO do have a neon green that's very similar to the yellow. And I don't know if they ever made hilts or lightsaber blades out of them. Ooh, plastic bag in a paper. I was taking a look, though, at the leaks. I haven't checked the leaks for today because I've just finished watching the FA Cup. Palace lifting the trophy. They deserved it. They played a lot better than City did, but that is... You wouldn't have predicted that season ago against City. But saying that, a lot's happened this season for City. But let me get me the other Ahsoka just here. This is now my 6th Lego Ahsoka. 5th official Lego Ahsoka. But you can see the other one. Let's get the both of them to compare. The other one just doesn't compare to the quality of Lego. I can give you a little close-up as well. There you go. So this is the difference between the Ahsokas. One of them is clearly a darker shade of orange and a bit more detailed because the leg printing does go all the way. Oh, hold on. I'm missing the printing on this side of the leg. I didn't even notice that. We're meant to have the printing all the way around and we don't have it on this side of the leg. But the 2 costumes are different. It's easy to tell on the back. if we pop off the heads, you can see the non-Lego one doesn't have that gap, which the Lego one does, and that goes for the same at the front. It's not an inaccuracy, it is a different Ahsoka costume, because this one has the lines, whereas Lego's has that little gap in the chest, and like I said, the gap at the back, and also has, that looks to be some sort of necklace, and then a differently stylized bottom to it, both really the same element. It would have been nice to have seen Ahsoka with some door molded legs, but we can all see why Lego didn't. Lego don't seem to be a massive fan of the door molded legs, only using them where it is absolutely necessary. But it's nice to get another Ahsoka for my collection. It's also, oh no, I dropped AZ. It's also nice to have my minifigures at arm's reach, where I can just reach over and grab whenever I want a figure. But this ship, I think this Eater is the same scale as Anakin's. Anakin for me is minifigure scale at the minute. Maybe I will eventually build the pair of them, rebuild the pair of them, because I do want to make this one minifigure scale as well. And also, anyone looking to get Kenobi's Eater, Anakin's Eater we got in 2020 something, and then we followed that up with the Arc 170 this year from the opening scene in Revenge of the Sith. I think that will make a really nice display alongside my alternate build for the Acclamator, which is another set of instructions you're waiting on, into the Venator. Get a few Venators going, maybe a few of those Separatist shuttles, Anakin's Eater, Kenobi's Eater, a few Arc 170s if you can afford it. Need the Rebels Ahsoka is crazy. If you want one of the white hooded Ahsokas, I do have, I'll put you down there. I do have a custom, because I picked up 2 Clone Wars Ahsokas. We got one in the AAT and one in the little Maul set as well. So I guess to balance the scales, Maul's coming out now in a mech. But there we go. This is my custom Ahsoka. I did use Marge's arms for this minifigure, but I only had 2 of the CMF Marge Simpson minifigure, and one of the arms was on Cody. So I've given the arms back to Marge. I might take them back, but it uses Moon Knight's torso, isn't it? Yeah. Dual molded legs belonging to the Moon Knight CMF, and Moon Knight's torso flipped, and then the Ahsoka head and hairpiece from the Clone Wars. Slightly different to the one that we see in Ahsoka, but I'm quite liking this as a Rebels minifigure, because it's still got the longer Laku compared to the Ahsoka minifigure, which they did shorten it. Let me grab my other figs. Oh. This is on my, I guess, Ahsoka stand. I've stacked up a few Ahsokas. We've got a few Mando characters as well on one of the sides. But there you go. These are now all my Ahsoka minifigures. So you can see the official Lego ones. We've got the Clone Wars. We've got the first Ahsoka one and the second Ahsoka one here. Where's the focus? There we go. And then we've got my custom Moon Knight one in the middle. And then the custom one that I got from Filoni Clones, I believe that was. Again, the orange colour is a little off, but if you wanted to take the arms, perhaps it's best to take the arms from one of the Ahsoka minifigures, because, let me fix the camera, because the Ahsoka minifigures have the printed arms, and that goes better with a Clone Wars version that doesn't have the printed arms. They switched up the printed arms from the old to the new Ahsoka, and I think the newer Ahsoka minifigure, if they recolored them from white and silver to just dark red, flat dark red, that would work very nicely with the Clone Wars Ahsoka. But so far, we haven't even touched the ship. It's built very differently. Ooh, very differently to Anakin's, which is good. I mean, the bottom is basically the same, but it seems to be a lot more of a torso compared to the few bricks we added on Anakin's. We added a few bricks and that was done, wasn't it? Then we had the massive cockpit going over the front. For my Anakin Eater, I've currently got R2 hid under the cockpit, which it's a shame to see it won't be possible because we're using these big slope elements, which we got with Grogu. We got with Grogu's brickheads, but we also got with the free Grogu make and take this year, which I'm pretty sure I haven't parted out yet. I think that's still kicking somewhere. Never ended up checking for any rumours. I think the only new rumours we had was that viewfinder. Does anyone know? I know you're all ahead of rumours compared to me. Do we know anything else that we can be expecting? Oh, we got to look at the prize machine. Did we get 4 spacemen? Or was it, as I said, as we all agreed, that we'll probably get into and 4 was wishful thinking? Got some official images of it. With, oh, that's cool. I assume it's the designer as a minifigure. And we've also got a mini prize machine. What is the price of the Rebels? Because I've seen a few like knockoffs. They're not as good. But the Rebels Ahsoka only came in 2 sets. Where have we got? So here we are. Only 1 set. Oh, it might have been a magazine. Only in the command frigate. Ooh. Modified or upgraded, so many figures, but people say it ruins the value. Yeah, I agree with you. The value is... That's why I never usually call myself a collector. I definitely am a collector with how much Lego, you know, I've got behind me. Should put those drawers back. But I never call myself a collector because my aim isn't to get one of everything. In the sense of, you know, one of everything Lego sell. I've got one of every Luke Skywalker minifigure, not in the sense that I own one of every single one Lego have put out, but I have built, customs included. Hello there. Oh, we got Chewbacca and Han Solo today. Yeah, I've got one of every costume we see Luke in. So if you have a cracked Ahsoka Tano from Rebels, cracked torso, worn headpiece, and this person is giving away 2 free lightsabers, you bloody hope so with this price, Star Wars Lobby on Bricklink are selling it for 277 Canadian dollars. Now, that sounds a lot more than it is. It's 150 quid, approaching $200, 200 euros. But that is the cheapest cracked torso and worn headpiece, both of which are exclusive to this figure, because Ahsoka in Rebels does have a unique headpiece printing, at least, on it. I assume they use a similar mold to the Clone Wars ones. The cheapest new isn't too far behind, honestly. Cheapest new is £200, which when you're looking at the cracked one, hello there. When you're looking at the cracked minifigure, you know, an extra 50 quid for a new version, you might as well pay it. Or 19 of them sealed in their original packaging. This is why the minifigure's worth so much. That person has 19, they have 6, they have 6, a load of 2s. Yeah, there are quite a few of them. I seem like I'm from the exact border between Ireland and Northern Ireland. Is it the England shirt? Did the England shirt give it? Oh, wow. Thank you. Take that as a compliment. The minifigures. Oh, we get 2 astronauts of each in the prize machine, as it's called. 21358 if you wanted to search this. We have Fabuland minifigures. They're awesome. We have 2 Fabuland minifigures, one with a bear hat and one with an elephant hat. Then we have an eagle knight. We have a octopus knight. We have we have 2 of each of them. It's not an eagle. It's a it's like a hippogriff. And then we have two swimsuit or like beach figures. I can't tell you what these minifigures are. A pirate, 2 pirates, 2 space peeps in like a teal colour and 2 in gold. So we're not getting our dark as your space people either. And then we've got the designer. There's 2. One with an Ideas torso, probably exclusive to this set. Should be exclusive to all Ideas sets. And then one with a coin, a little house, and maybe the Lego designer. Maybe the Lego designer and the set designer. For a price tag of like 150, 160, this set's looking to be good. Hello there. It's not looking bad whatsoever. Unlike the Ahsoka, you could buy a Rebels Ahsoka, or you can buy the prize machine. A prize machine's tempting. Imagine filling that with Star Wars minifigures and, you know, whichever one you get, you've got to build a mock on. That sounds like a fun time. Alright. This is, I think, the penultimate set from the wave to build. We built the 4+ set. That was the best 4+ set I've built from Lego. That Mando N1 that come out at the start of the year. We've built the Arc 170. We built the Home One, the Acclimator. And then we've got Grogu in the pram, which I guess we're kind of building our own version from. And we've basically built everything. Ain't doing bad, are we? You can see already, this base, compared to Anakin's, that we are adding a few bricks underneath this, but compared to Anakin's Eater, we had, I think, 2 1x4s in the middle. This is not going anywhere. It's a nice strong bit. I mean, there's a few. It's a Lego set. It's a modern Lego set. There are a few things that personally I would have done differently. It would have been interesting to see what I would have done for Ahsoka's Eater, not looking at the instructions, because I definitely steal some of this. I'm taking notes for when I try and shrink this down to fig scale. Oh yeah, the engines I'd nab for sure. Do like a Lego engine build. The Snub Fighter, I think, takes the cake. I haven't seen a set that's beat the Snub Fighter yet. Snub Fighters, the engines are so simple though, because they're just a few 2x2 plates with the axles going through, not too dissimilar to this. We've got the cone on the end, classic for a Lego set. Gotta have the cone on the end, and then a lot of these Technic wheels get used. Make sure they're down flat. And it's just simple, but does the job, doesn't it? There you go, the engines. It gives it the effect that it's actually going somewhere, which is missing with a lot of Lego models. The fact that these ships are going to be mid-flight and going somewhere, leaving the little trail. We need a brick built. Now we got the Star Wars logo, which is tempting me more and more every day. We need a brick built hyperdrive, like a light speed hyperspace. We need the blue background with the different shades of blue coming through, just as a backdrop for the Star Wars logo. And that is how the set goes down. That's how I assume the whole thing pops up. So it'll be very similar to Anakin's. For now, let's just clip the dome there. It'll be like this, and then we can lift the whole thing up. So I don't see why Lego went with this cockpit piece. It's nice to see different pieces being used. We saw Speed Champions with the Ferric set. We also, I think someone's used that on the U-Wing. And from popular request, I do have to say, I will be making a video on my U-Wing modification. I said in the video that I wouldn't, but enough people have requested it. I think I'll share that. And I think it will be as a video rather than instructions. I'll see how that goes. And if you still want instructions, let me know. But the video is a lot more funner to make than instructions. The logo set was a fun build. The more I look at it, and some of the pieces and how Lego have got, there are pretty much no gaps on it. I haven't built it myself, I haven't seen it in person, but from the renders, it seems to be a strong, solid build. Is that what it looks like? No gaps. Oh, a sticker on the cockpit. Just like the old Eaters. Because it looked to be, well, it looks like the Star Wars logo. Using Lego bricks. Crazy. Happy birthday, Comics Will. Happy late birthday. Got the U-Wing. Oh, the U-Wing and R2-D2. I do like the new U-Wing. Having built both of them now, and even like Ferrix and some of the other sets I've mentioned, the new U-Wing is one of the best. How do I put it? It's definitely a category. It's not one of the best Lego sets I've built, but it's one of the best type of Lego sets that I've built. Considering, you know, they fit 2 beds in, which that giant black plate, both of them, Both giant black plates should not have been in that set. I was praising them on the little bricks they've used for them to go and whack some giant plates in, giving us 2 beds that only Andor can clip in. They should have hollowed it out and fit 5 figures. But the U-Wing's a solid build. R2-D2, I think I'm getting 3PO. I think I have to pick up 3PO now. We did the stick. I didn't do the slope. Do any DreamWorks Lego sets? I tell you what, if they don't, How to Train Your Dragon. That would make a great set. We're meant to be getting a Toothless, so it can't be long. Let me have a little look for you. There's also, oh, who is it that has the Trek? Shrek Swamp. Who has Shrek Swamp? Oh, I can't remember. It's someone on YouTube. They weren't the first one to have an Ideas Shrek Swamp. Oh, the How to Train Your Dragon set's meant to come out later this year. Wonder if it's close to the movie. It's I want to say Ash and Flash. Is it Ash and Flash that has the Shrek Swamp? A perfect wing piece. I think the piece that they've used for the new Lord of the Rings bookshelf set for the Balrog, I think that would be decent. But yeah, no Shrek sets yet, but it is on Ideas. And should we have a look how many votes it's got? A Shrek, oh, it's called Shrek Swamp. It's not showing me the link. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Ash and Flash. Ash and Flash has the Shrek Swamp. I remember there was only so many minifigures you can add for an idea set, but every milestone there were more and more figures added. So this, oh, it got 10k. It did get 10k and wasn't approved. Do we know if they've submitted a new one? All right, it's going to get me to log in. I'll have a little look. Referring to the miniature, oh, Dimensions, the Ender Dragon wing. Oh, that'd be good for a more minifigure scale, I suppose. Right. So that one hit 10k. How many 10ks have been hit? There's a Shrek Swamp 2. Current. Oh no, has it run out? It hit 10k and wasn't approved again. Oh no. That must have been recent, because it was only December, 2 Decembers ago. And you get more time, the more things get renewed. So keep your eye out. There might be something. Oh, Karate Kid as well. That'd be an awesome one. But yes, we are rumoured to be getting a DreamWorks How to Train Your Dragon set later this year. So I don't know what the latest has been on that. It is a build of Toothless, which it's got to be. For How to Train Your Dragon, they could do a little playset, but there's so many mocks out there. 6 months ago was the latest. The biggest problem with a How to Train Your Dragon would be making Toothless not look creepy. Lego have been training, pun intended, for this the entire time with Star Wars. Lego have completely been training with the creepy Chewbacca smile. I think it was the teeth for Chewbacca that made it really stand out. And then we've had 3PO. Well, Chewbacca can't take all the credit. It started with a Statue of Liberty. Anyone remember the Statue of Liberty? And more importantly, anyone remember the post from Lego saying you could get spare pieces to change it up because they thought it was that bad? That's when you know Lego have messed up, when they give you free Lego pieces to fix it up. But yeah, Lego have been improving with it. 3PO's got a lovely face, and so does K2SO. K2SO looks good. So hopefully Toothless will look just as good, if not better, as a dragon. I don't know if any of you have seen the Creator Dragon, the one that turns into the Serpent and the Phoenix. I think it's a different style of dragon. It's a very different style, but I think that looks quite nice. So if they can get the Creator team on it, we get a 3-in-1 of Toothless. Somehow there's enough pieces to make a giant hiccup as well. And I don't know, let's throw in one of like the goats or something, one of the sheep. All three, very different colours. But if anyone can make it work, it's Lego. I think because of the little cockpit of Ahsoka's ship, we don't seem to have as much of an interior. We got the nice controls down there, but we've got four studs of interior. The only way to not mess up Toothless is to give his head a unique piece. I think it might be hard getting, because I've done a fair few spiky builds, getting the ears and then also getting the like side spikes without making him look like an absolute monster. I think that might be hard. And if we don't get a unique piece, like a material piece for his bottom wing that folds out, we've got to get a concertina piece for that. So the How to Train Your Dragon set is meant to be a buildable Toothless without any figures. Are they missing out on a Hiccup figure? And I get it might not be to scale with the figure, but we got Harry Potter with the giant head wig. Not the UCS one, but yeah, there's going to be a custom Hiccup, 100%. You're going to have to spend like half this set. No price yet, but there is going to be a like 30 quid custom Hiccup, $30 to buy alongside this. Can't believe they're not giving it any figures. Mental. Suppose there's always room for like a CMF, a build How to Train Your Dragon CMF. This piece isn't attached. Very rarely. They're meant to, you know, you're meant to be building this on a surface, but they could have given us one bracket. Fair enough. Fine. I'll do it myself. And then a lot of snot bricks. This is how they get that windshield piece on. If you're wondering, maybe some of you have built this. This set's like 4 months old now. Old news. But if you are wondering, it's a few brackets that then don't connect at the top. And then that cockpit piece, straight on there. I like the fact that they've covered the front. When I was building this, I thought they'd just have the front, you know, left as that and not do any more. But it doesn't meet up. It's one stud out. And I don't think there's much to do about that. Maybe removing the bottom piece would have made it fit a little better. But that's quite an easy modification to make. Yeah, it is actually. Or would it work because of the... Oh, maybe it's not as easy. And then the cockpit. There we go. It looks like a giant beak, doesn't it? And as outstretched Pac-Man doesn't stand up without the wings. You got two 3PO keychains. You could have the Dark Falcon 3PO and the Red Arm 3PO with matching legs like the UCS version. Oh, I was going to have, so the Red Arm 3PO, I've got a poly bag that came with the golden legs. And I know canonically 3PO has golden legs throughout the sequels. 3PO looks cooler with that silver leg. I've questioned doing that. I bought 5. I bought too many. But, oh no. There we are. So I've also given that silver leg to... I know I've shown this off before, but some of you might not have seen. I've given the silver leg to the holiday sweater and also the old Santa 3PO. How old is this minifigure? This must be one of the oldest minifigures in my collection. And I've given him a silver leg. Gold leg as well on the other side. Have I chatted with Vader on Fortnite? We tried yesterday. I killed Vader. Well, Vader started it. All right, Vader started it. I'm not taking all the credit, but yes, we destroyed Vader. The one chance we get. So no, I haven't talked to Vader yet, and that went real quick. I don't know, maybe a few voice lines were communicated there. Perfect! The perfect tear. Yeah, I didn't realise that. I thought you had to defeat Vader, and then like last week, before the update, when you defeat Vader and then Vader's on your side, did we not just get a plastic bag in bag 1? And a paper bag in bag 2? No problem. 3PO looks so good with a dual molded leg. We're seeing in Spain and France now, both Spain and France, and I'm sure most places outside across Europe are getting Luke in the magazine, and it's the plain normal Luke. It's not UCS Luke. Maybe the leg printing, fair enough if they did away with that, because I can't remember if this Luke has leg printing now. But yeah, the fact we're not getting a dual molded leg Luke more commonly when he's a keyring. Same with 3PO. We're getting a 3PO keyring with dual molded leg, singular, a dual molded leg, and not in cheap sets, not in the Salbarge. Salbarge does work because Salbarge was meant to be going on since the last time we got a Jabba set, which I think was probably the Salbarge of 13. Hello there. I missed another high as well. Hello there. We've got Ahsoka's droid here. Bit disappointing, not because we're getting it in the Advent. I don't think that's too bad. But it's disappointing when we flip the droid around and see no back printing. No. I'm going to have to create a decal for this. And when I do, I'm going to add this one onto the other bundle of droids on the site. I'll show it off here so you know when that is. But yeah, the fact that we're not getting any back printing. Again, alongside 3PO's dual molded legs and Skywalker's dual molded legs, we're getting a back printed R2 on the keyring, but not in minifigure form. We do get R2 pretty much all the time with back printing. I don't know if we have got R2 without, but the other droids, the recolors, give us the exact same printing on the back of R2. Give us R2's bum, but recolored on all of the other droids. I know for the Mando droid, the R4D5 that came out in the 4+ set, it's inaccurate. We needed 4 recolored panels, but there are better things to be arguing about. And accuracy over non-existence, I'll take. Hello there. Welcome back. It's quite a quick build. I don't think we've got as many pieces for the wing compared to Anakin's, yet it seems like so much more, but I do think it's because of some of the new tiles. We've got... Hold on, do we have both? Oh, we can't have both wings here. Maybe we build the wings... No, wing by wing, we'd still have one of the pieces. There is a white 1x2 that's got a wedge at the end, a tile. And I don't have any. Well, we'll see. Maybe they are in the final bag. Did get the R2 and Dirty R2 with back printing. I somehow missed out on Dirty R2. I think when the set came out, I already had a Dirty R2. And I'll probably just decal the minifigure now. But I must have picked up the Yoda and Luke Skywalker, both from that set, and not got the Dirty R2. But then when did I get the first Dirty R2? Maybe I must have got the old set. But I know Yoda was new because I picked up Yoda. Oh, there we go. This bit in white. I can't seem to find that element. It'll be here. Show up someday. But yeah, somehow I got the old Dirty R2. Back printing, I think, on something like droids. When Lego say only the best is good enough, I know it means they're going to put out as much as they can, and they have different quotas and different little bits to reach. So it doesn't mean the best full stop. It means the best they can manage at the time. Sometimes a set will have worked too hard and they can barely bring in a new minifigure, let alone print front and back for one set. This droid is in the Advent. I said I wouldn't mention it. I'm not going to mention it, but it is in the Advent. So I think that definitely definitely allows for some back printing on it. I don't know any other claret and green droids. Maybe because it's in the Advent. So the Advent calendar, if you haven't seen for Star Wars, spoiler ahead, but the Advent calendar has a ton of unique minifigures. We're not only getting Ahsoka's droid, which isn't unique, but we're getting a snowy BB unit, like a BB-8, but white and snowy, which is the second Christmas version we've got after getting BB-8 with a Santa hat and a snowboard years back. But we've also got 3PO from Rise of Skywalker. Take the Dark Falcon. This one here. Take the 3PO with the black arm. You probably didn't recognize him because of the black arm, but that figure is from Rise of Skywalker, and they've made an accurate version for the Advent calendar, which is nicer Lego. Thank you for that. But then, and like we get a few gongs, and Anzelon hasn't appeared in a physical Lego form yet, but it is the one from Skywalker Saga. Does seem to be the same. And the BD. It's not BD1 from the Lego Skywalker games. And I think it might be the one from Mando. They should have done a droid in regular red and green to be more holiday themed. Yeah, maybe a Christmas droid. Because we used to get a few Christmas droids. It's been a while, hasn't it? I had a look on Bricklink. I can't remember what it... Oh, I tell you what it was. It was the little macaroni tiles that I was picking up for Grogu. And there were a few Christmas droids on a few different shops. None of which with great prices. I didn't end up picking any up. But we've had quite a few. We've had a snowman. We've had a Christmas tree. And I think there's been R2-D2 with the Christmas sweater, I suppose. Maybe Ahsoka's droid could have come with a Christmas sweater. And then we could have got Ahsoka with the droid with a Christmas sweater. We get the Jawa in the set, but it kind of feels missing. Even the Falcon diorama, we got 2 characters with Christmas sweaters. Whereas we're only getting 1 now. It does feel like we're missing out a little bit. Oh, this is 2 down. It would have been nice to have got a Jawa, maybe a Tusken. It's all droid based. Maybe we haven't got a clone yet. Maybe Echo, but Bad Batch Echo with a Christmas jumper about the batch. That'd be quite nice to see. Playing on some of the core values of Star Wars right now, with Echo being like adopted into the batch. Oh, yeah, the Jawa's nice though, with a sand crawler on it. You can't beat a Jawa battle pack. We need another one of them. We got done dirty last time. It was 2 Jawas, 2 Tuskens in the same battle pack. I should have got more, both of which are nice figs, but I think separately I would have ordered a few more. Hello there. How's Never Too Old for Lego? How's your Falcon? Have you started building that yet? I haven't hopped in a stream since, well, it must have been since end of April with the sabers. I think alongside the Jawa, a Tusken always makes sense because of the Tatooine, but yeah, I don't know if they would go with a Tusken. I feel like there are a few other characters they could go. Still waiting for my gingerbread clone. I found out weeks ago and I never bought it up. As soon as we saw pictures, the Jawa is from a Hasbro toy. The Christmas Jawa is actually from an old Hasbro toy years ago. And so it was the same year we must have got something Christmassy and we got it in the Advent. But it's like 2, 3, 4 years ago that Hasbro got the Christmas Jawa. So we've got so many years of Christmas minifigures. Oh, the Ewok. I tell you what it was. It was the Ewok. The year we got the Christmas Ewok, 2023. We got, alongside the Hasbro one, we got it in Lego. And then, yeah, they got a Christmas Jawa. We've only just got a Christmas Jawa. Christmas Clone Trooper when? The gingerbread one. I'm accepting nothing else but the gingerbread Clone Trooper. That'd be cool. And we could also get a droid. I was going to say a Christmassy droid like we got this year. We've got two. We've got one with a grey arm, probably a nod to something in Rebuild the Galaxy. But we're also getting a second hidden droid, a secret droid, which isn't that secret. It's been advertised a lot. But we're getting a secret droid that can be parted together using the little parts around the Anzelon's workshop, which the Advent's feeling like a build. It's feeling like an actual set this year. That I'm happy about. It's about time Star Wars got an actual build. Had pneumonia for the last 2 weeks. I hope you're feeling better. What are 2 weeks as well? I mean, you get to stay in and watch Andor and binge Star Wars, but there are better ways of doing that. I think this is exactly the same as Anakin's as well. This little front bit here, where we've got the cones either side of the Technic connector, and then the 6-length bar going in. There we go. Both sides. The little blasters on the wing. And so far we've got the space for the droid. Oh, is that why we don't get that 1x2 tile? Oh, it's such a nice piece and we only get it one side. I'm hoping because it's not quite a 1x2 piece, we're going to get a spare one. We also see the same... Oh, we see the same in grey. And then one of these wedges. I don't even know what this piece is. I wouldn't know where to begin in describing it. It's like a slope, but you see that extra piece. It's a triangle with an extra piece just down here at the bottom. I have no idea. After seeing Tales of the Underworld, really want more Cad Bane. Tales did so well. I've been arranging, you can kind of see the top here with all of the Funkos going along. Again, there'll be a video on the entire background and what's changed, but I was arranging them based on how many shows we've got. So it starts off with the prequels. We have Qui-Gon. I've actually ordered another Funko to fill that gap there. And then we have like Clone Wars fading into Bad Batch, Solo, Rebels. You've got Andor there with B2EMO, original trilogy, some of the games and Mandoverse, and then we have the sequels. I had 3 sequels characters to pick. That was the hardest. My second hard decision was I wanted Tarkin. I wanted Tarkin in the original trilogies. I have a Smuggler's Bounty exclusive, and I had to sacrifice him for the 3 medal holders here. Leia's holding Chewie's medal. So the sequels, there's so many named characters. I went with Snap Wexley, my limited edition Kylo Ren, which I picked up recently, and also Dark Rey. Dark Rey just looks cool. I think it's the double-bladed lightsaber matching all at the other end, but I do like a double-bladed lightsaber. The only fun thing about getting older is being able to afford more Lego. That is, well, okay, there's a few other things, but yeah, it does come with a lot else as well. There's quite a few other fun things, I guess. Oh, no, I've put it round the wrong. Oh, your brother. Oh, I remember you saying yeah, does custom artwork on the Pops after getting them signed. I've been thinking about getting some of mine signed. I have been to the odd convention now with, you know, like a trooper and like background actors that have been present, but not necessarily background. A lot of them have been rebel people that are named quite a predominant part of Star Wars lore now. And I should really bring something for them to sign, because that would be cool. Building up my signed collection. I have a Return of the Jedi poster that's been signed from the cast, but it's one of those that has been signed by them, but it's a print of that sign. It's one of them that are sold, signed, and you know, it's not the same as getting them signed in person. So I would like to build up my signed collection at some point. The problem is you know, going through the effort to actually get it done. It's one thing saying it would be nice. It's another thing getting it done and paying. Yeah, if I don't want to get it done, paying for someone else to do it. There are some valuable pieces. Just got the guy that voices Starscream and the Cobra Commander to sing a few things. Oh, nice. Yeah, I do like it when you meet actors and voice actors that are, you know, they enjoy what they do. It's not just a job for them. It is a bit of fun and getting to talk to the people that enjoy it as well. That is nice to see. Especially at Lego. I'd love for Lego to do a bit more with the actual designers, because I try to shout out the designers. Unless Brickset has it not jotted down, I don't think. Let's see if we can shout out the designer for Ahsoka's ship, because Brickset don't normally get them until, you know, the set's out, or unless someone's done a designer's interview, and then they can get it. Reselling for over $1,000. I mean, it's what the people think it's worth. Who are we to say otherwise? That's awesome. All right, Daniel. Oh, it's Daniel. Oh, we all remember Daniel, don't we, from the April stream, the Star Wars stream in April. Sign, not sing. It would have been fun if they sung though. Yeah, it's Daniel Lehman. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing that correctly. He was at the April release because he also did one of the helmets. He did the Kylo Ren helmet. Yes, hoping I remember that correctly. Was that it? Compiled by Dan on Brickset. Is this the Daniel that has compiled his own sets? It might be, yeah, because he's left a few notes. So Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor is his first officially released Lego set from Season 5, Episode 17, Sabotage. Yeah, it's one of the only times we see. Might be the only time we see Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor, because we see a Delta a bit more. It was designed to fit with a scale of the existing Interceptors, given a concept model built by one of the fellow designers, but started going back to the most recent one, Anakin's, from 2020. I can definitely see some of the bits taken. We said about the blaster here, going along the front. But other than that, I would say it's a big improvement. Okay, maybe this wing bit as well. This is looking to be the same. And the way the droid fits in. Yeah, there's definitely some bits that have been copied across. But with how minimal this droid design is, that's it. 5 pieces. Hold the droid on. And that is it. A few more underneath for the saber, you know. But we're not going to count those. They don't count. That business on Kato Nemoidia doesn't count. And nor do these pieces. 40 conventions every year. That is awesome. I still want to go to, there's a Lego one near me later this year, and if I don't go to, I mean, it's near me, you know, it's one thing traveling to a convention, but when a convention pops up near you and it's one of those, not the Art of the Brick, it's one of the other ones, it's the other big Lego convention that goes around the UK. And when it's near you, you can't afford to miss out on that. It's a good thing they come back round every year. Oh, and it's stickered. This funny little wedge. I don't know how many sets this piece has been in. What's the number? We can have a little look. Alright, piece 6532413. So far, all in all, every colour, every style is appeared in 10 sets. But in white, it is currently exclusive to Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor. It's appeared in red in the F1 Ferrari car, orange in the McLaren Solus GT, I think. I don't think it's in that Ferrari. In the Lamborghini car, in the Aston Martin, in the X-Men Jet, it's dark blue. The Lamborghini's olive green and the Aston Martin's green. And then black, it's shown up in a few F1 cars. The Haas team, the Kick Sauber, the McLaren, and then a scrapyard and a sports car. The sports car has it. That sports car, if any of you have seen the cheap little £7-9 sports car, is nice, especially when it's going for like £7. Would I watch Clone Wars again if they did it with Lego minifigures? Retelling the story would be awesome. Yes, as long as they're accurate and they don't reuse the Mustafar minifigures like Lego did. Yeah, I think that could be a fun idea, retelling it through. There was a YouTube channel. I bought this up a while back, but there was a YouTube channel that it was like a school project, and they retold the story of Harry Potter. I don't know if they did any more than just the first one, but it was all using, like mops as the brooms and very, very cheaply made green screens. And that, I think it goes back to what we were saying with the signing, not the singing, the signing. If they enjoy what they do, other people are going to enjoy it too. It is sometimes as easy as that. So yeah, remaking the Clone Wars with the minifigures. Some of those Clone Wars minifigures will be expensive, but that would be fun. Like a rebuild the galaxy, but Clone Wars. We might be onto something. A Clone Wars rebuild the galaxy. Season 3, I want a Clone Wars version, but let's bring in like Starkiller and characters like that. Some overpowered characters that somehow they've got to make work. I was watching a few clips of the Force Unleashed games because I've been saying non-stop, it feels like, that I want Starkiller back in Star Wars. And after watching a few of those fight scenes and a few of the cut scenes as well, just some of the abilities that Starkiller has, I don't think it'd be a good time. I don't think it'd be a good choice bringing him into canon. I don't know what happens to all the other characters. People complained about Rey having force healing after reading it from a book. I don't think anyone's going to be happy with some of Starkiller's abilities being trained in like Vader's spare time. Vader terrorized people for fun. What spare time does Vader have to train anyone? Oh, these are all different. Are they different? Because 4 and 7 seem to be identical. No, they are. These two in the middle seem to be identical stickers. If you look at this one and then compare it to this one, and likewise these two are also identical because they're just mirror images of the other two. And also, what's up with this? 2, 5, 8 and 11, but they're all identical. I mean, you know what? It's Daniel's first set, and after seeing Kylo Ren as his second set, I think we can cut him some slack. So what stickers are we using here? 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 4 and 5, 7 and 8, 10 and 11. No, I still don't think that makes it any easier. Ooh. Got my focus on now. Perfect. Perfect. I won't show you any closer because I'm sure it's not perfect, but perfect. Look how perfect that is. That is so perfect. If we can get 2 on the other side at least. I still think these elements, we get 4 of them in the set. 2 of them are mirror images. Yeah, I guess we wouldn't want them printed wrong. And then to have 2 pieces used in one set and one alone. Yeah, maybe it's in Lego's best interest. Actually, I didn't use these in my minifigure scale Anakin Eater because they're too big an element. So already, actually, that's a good point. What other sets use a piece this big? Maybe we could get them printed. Mock builders won't like that as much. Oh, that one's approaching the edge just a little bit too much for my liking. But what other sets are we getting these in? So we've already got the exclusive wedges in Ahsoka's set. That's another reason to pick up some of these sets. As a mock builder myself, maybe not the sets, but have a little look at some of the parts in the new sets, and you might find there's an exclusive piece. We've got the cockpit, we've got the 2 different types of wedges, and potentially the wing piece as well. Oh, and we might have a recolor of a few different plates. So we've got the cockpit, that's confirmed. We've got a new slope for this year. That's been in how many sets? What piece was I looking for? And why did I scroll past it? So we've got the 2 wedges, the cockpit. We've got the wedge plate in dark bluish grey. Has it appeared? It's exclusive, and we get 2 of them in this set. So we get 2 of those pieces. They're exclusive. The round 4x4 plate has shown up in like a million different sets, but in dark red, it's exclusive to this set. There's another piece. And then the sloped curve, which we've seen a load of. Oh, even white. To go through a few sets, we've got the Valentine's Day gift with purchase. We've got Cinderella's dress, Erlang's mech from Monkey Kid. We've got Heart Lake City Airport. We've got a helicopter, fire truck, submarine remix. Really good city set. If you haven't seen that, it's the front, back, and middle of a helicopter, fire engine, and submarine can merge together. Don't ask me how they do it. The designer behind that's got some brains. A little T-Rex, a Mario Kart, big old Mario Kart, record player. I've seen that built. That's cool that can spin. The Scrapyard, Tweety Bird, and 4 in the upscaled baby astromech in white. 4 in white. Are they sure? Are they sure that's not red? In white? Really? There's also 4 tan ones in Django's helmet. So it's not the only Star Wars set to feature the piece. But we still had like 5 exclusive pieces. These white clips have been used in an aircraft. This was back in the day, 2008 Mars mission. And in 2023, more recently, in Zane's Ninjago Spinjitzu race car. There's only 1 in each of those sets. Anakin's basically a load of interceptors, Guardian ships, Milanos, a lot of the bigger ships. That ain't bad though. All those exclusive pieces. That's quite a reason to pick this up alongside the exclusive minifigures. That is definitely a reason. Ain't half bad, is it? What we got? 4 and 5. We seem to have an extra bar. Well, let's not say it's extra till we finish building it. Oh, no, not good enough for us. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Something satisfying about these stickers. The big ones. There's nothing really that can go wrong. Well. Oh, look at that. Ain't half bad. Nothing really that can go wrong with them. And then once you've got them started, once you pop, you can't stop. No, that doesn't work with the stickers. There we are. We've got our first wing built. And the nice, that's annoying at the bottom that these aren't in white. On the top, you've got this white that continues round. But on the bottom, it's grey. We get a white 3x3. Where is it? I think it might be this. I think this might be the white 3x3 up here. Yet, we're not using it there. Is that for accuracy, or is that just something that's been overlooked? I'm going to assume it's accuracy. A lot of these eaters do have grey bricks and grey plates, grey designs, I guess, on the bottom. And I completely forgot about Anakin. This is my first regular and a non-burnt Revenge of the Sith outfit Anakin. Jedi Council member Anakin. Okay, that's why the cockpit's raised one plate so it can sit on the wing. That's something that I had a load of problems with making my own one for Anakin. So there we go. There's the eater, and the cockpit folds up. There seems to be so much space, but there isn't. There isn't so much space. You only get 4 studs for Ahsoka and like 2.5 studs in front. The back of it is completely closed off. It's more accurate. You've probably got some V8 engine at the back. But I don't know. Sometimes we should think before we ask Lego to rethink their design. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Eurovision started. Right, let me know when they start singing. That is the reason we are ending it. I've gone from FA Cup to building Ahsoka, as promised, over to Eurovision. So, yeah, it's going to be a slightly quicker one today, but we've still got plenty of time. No need to rush any of them. Especially with these paper bags. Do not want to be missing any... Hold up, Lego. We got a plastic bag for bag 1, a paper bag for bag 2, and a paper bag for bag 3. Why did we get a plastic bag for bag 1? That makes no sense whatsoever. Why would, in a set that came out January 25, that was ordered May, and probably boxed up like last September, who knows, why do we have a mix of paper? Is this a rare box? Should I not have cracked this open? Is this plastic bag worth like £1 million on Bricklink right now? Because that's such an odd choice. I wonder if anyone doesn't open the little bags, because all those pieces, except for the rare slope that we were laughing about at the start. Oh, we'll get Anakin some legs first. Let's at least make him look decent. But yeah, I wonder how many people don't open their little bags and just whack them in a drawer, because so many little pieces are reused in Lego. So here is... Did I show you the droid up close? Hello there! I don't think I showed... Oh no, I did, because I showed off the back. Here's our Anakin minifigure. This is the robes from Revenge of the Sith, but the best minifigure that Lego have made yet, purely because of this brown torso. You can't even see it, the brown torso. That's what makes it the best. You can't beat a brown torso. It does look nice. And still got the black robes printed on top. I like how I was watching the behind the scenes of Ahsoka the other day. When I'm not watching Star Wars, there's a solid chance I'm watching the behind the scenes. Let's get this back in focus. And they were talking about Anakin's Clone Wars costume. Because, spoiler alert, there is a flashback. Anakin is not somehow returning just yet. But there's a flashback to Clone Wars Anakin, and we get to see Annie and Snips from the Clone Wars. And it's the first time the Clone Wars outfit from Star Wars... I know, fans have been doing it for decades. Oh, fans have been doing it for decades, across 3 decades now. But it's the first time Star Wars have had to think about making that outfit in person. So they went with... Oh, we're building this one different. Nice. They went with a leathery material for Anakin's robes. Which, solid choice. It looks just straight out the show. But it's something I've never thought of. I always assumed it was like a plasticky armor piece. But given Anakin's costumes throughout, it makes sense that it was leather. Because Anakin, whereas the other Jedi did wear a lot of cloth materials, Anakin was always in leather. So for him to then wear that clone armor piece, but a leather version of it, makes a lot of sense. Don't know where, given his background, don't know where he got the money from that. The Jedi's allowance couldn't have been that much, could it? But it was a nice little thing they snuck into it alongside like everything else they did for Ahsoka. Can't wait for season 2 on that. Ahsoka, Sabine, Baylan, Mortis Gods, Night Sisters. There's a lot of them. It's genuinely like Clone Wars, isn't it? Ahsoka is just a cover for some Clone Wars content. Kinda. kind of cover for some Clone Wars content. Here, look, look, look. Here is the 3x3 plate that we should get instead of this. Where does the plate go? Where do we use it and how important is it? Because I'm going to replace, so on this wing, I'm going to replace them. Swap them around, put them the other side, and see if it makes a difference. I'll have the white on the bottom, and then use the grey wherever that pops up. I don't think it's too close to the front. I know 40 cons a year is crazy numbers. I mean, when you think about it, there's 52 weeks. So that's not even a con a week. It sounds manageable, but barely manageable. I'd struggle doing it. $40 cons a week sounds like fun. A week. I've roped you into 40 cons a week now. If you do them all in 1 week every year, you go 51 weeks, no cons, and then back to back, con to con. Yeah, not less than 1 a week. Doesn't sound too bad. If only there were 40 here in the UK, Lego based, I could go to, and they weren't the same convention at different locations. I probably could go all around the UK every week and go to the same convention in a different place. I mean, London would probably be half the year alone. But you know, different conventions. There's always different people at the same conventions. That's another thing I overlook. Where I'm at, I'm quite a good distance from like 3-4 different popular convention locations. And a lot of the same conventions go round to, you know, the same places, as do all conventions. But I don't take advantage of the fact that there are different people at these same conventions. If I was going around getting signatures or something, it's definitely something I'd do. I just not massive convention fan. Hello there, got that set mostly for the minifigures. Black arms and long hair. So the long hair piece, we use the same one as we use for Hunter, which is, I got it off a Slytherin student from Harry Potter. It's, I can't tell you the name of that character, but it's the one off the Harry Potter student. And for the arm piece, did you use the CMF? Did you use the Wolfpack arm? Because that's what I'm hoping to do. I've just taken down my CMF minifigures, so I'm gonna have to find that figure and get the arm from it. But yeah, it's the darker hair piece. It's the dark brown rather than the reddish brown. But I think that don't look too bad. There was another hair piece that was recommended when I showed that off for, well, I didn't use it in my Mustafar mock. I might have used it in my Mustafar mock, but I got recommended another hair piece. I cannot tell you. Love Sentry. Oh, Thunderbolts. Yes, if that is a Marvel reference. If it's a Marvel reference and it's not Thunderbolts, I'm a massive X-Men fan too. But I think the Sentry you're referring to is Thunderbolts. I'm surprised they didn't do a Thunderbolts set. I do think Captain America's to blame. In Christmas, coming out right before Christmas, attacking the grandparents. That was an attack on the grandparents by Lego. 40 odd quid for that playset. Hello there. The dark side. Oh, I could feel the dark side's presence. Oh no, we've used the wrong piece. Right, this white 3x3 actually goes on the back here. So it's the second and third 3x3 you want to replace, not the first one. Good thing we caught that. I'm surprised there isn't more Marvel sets in general. Yeah, Thunderbolts. And the thing is, they could charge us. I know we get more minifigures with Marvel sets, so they could charge us something like 90 quid, include the entire crew. A lot of the characters are suited and booted, so they're fairly easy to mock up. Using other figs we've got. Again, 2 of these in a bag. So we're getting 2 Andor wigs and 2 6-length bars every time. Lego are throwing Lego at us now, and I am not complaining. But Thunderbolts would have made such an awesome set. And it's one that's not using too many common characters. I don't know if just some of the people from the poster. I don't know if we got a Ghost minifigure when she appeared in, was that Ant-Man? I'm trying to think when Ghost was brought into the MCU on screen. I think that would have been cool. We've also, I think Taskmaster was an exclusive to a Comic-Con because we only got one Black Widow Comic-Con set anyway. Free Lego is the best Lego. The hairpiece from Snape, but in the regular brown. Oh, I wonder what Snape's hair looks like. Severus Snape. Dumbledore. The new Snape. The new... Oh, this is the Kenobi hair, isn't it? This works. I think the reason this looks good is because you see in the prequels, the Anakin's hair does go from, we are building Ahsoka Zeta. It has been opened. That's the set we're building. You see in the prequels, Anakin and Kenobi are sort of Anakin's one step behind Kenobi in terms of hairstyles, which kind of shows their maturity as well. Kenobi in Phantom Menace and how energetic he is kind of mimics Anakin in Attack of the Clones, like the oh no, wait, and Kenobi's trying to push, which ends up getting Kenobi kicked back and Qui-Gon dying. So when you rewatch Attack of the Clones, love that movie, and Kenobi says to Anakin, wait, no, we'll take him together. That's it. When they're confronting Dooku, and it's we'll take him together, it's because Kenobi did that exact same thing and ended up getting his master killed. I mean, we see through Kenobi and Qui-Gon's Force Ghost conversation in Clone Wars, and then likely if they continue on after the Kenobi series, it's one of those things that Kenobi never really forgave himself for. I don't think he had to, but Kenobi held it against himself, so that's a nice thing. But the hairstyles are always one step behind, and Snape's hairpiece from 2022 at least. Is there a new minifigure? There you go, 2025. It's the same hairpiece. It's the same hairpiece as Kenobi in Attack of the Clones. So that is the perfect... Lego aren't giving up the Anakin wig. It's the official name for this. I guess Anakin's a name. It's not really copyrighted. But this is more of a Clone Wars. Maybe it's because of the Clone Wars style. It's definitely more of a Clone Wars hairpiece. Where do we get... The Snape hairpiece in black is actually the same one used for the old Boba as well, which might be a good dry Boba hairpiece, because the hairpiece that comes in the UCS set just here is from wet Boba when he's out in the rain getting the Slave One, a detail very much overlooked. Oh, this is all black. What are we looking for? Not dark brown. Load more Harry Potter minifigures have had it in dark brown. Winter Soldier, also in dark brown, reddish brown. Oh, so a load of not popular figures. We've got one from Jurassic World, which might be the easiest to get. This strikes me as the sort of hairpiece that's on Lego's Pick-a-Brick. And I don't know if Bricklink have it written down. That would be perfect for Anakin. And, well, we've just explained the fact that the hairpieces are one behind. I guess, had Anakin survived, if you wanted a custom Anakin, or you wanted to add hair to Vader, maybe Vader does want a wig at some point, you could go for a reddish brown version of Kenobi's Episode 3, if it exists. Oh, we're gonna have 75% of a grey stud showing. That would be alright. Worth it to get the white underneath. Definitely worth it. If Deadpool exists as Lego... Deadpool also, though, is a Comic-Con exclusive. Oh, wait. I just closed down Bricklink to Google it. Why am I Googling when I got Bricklink? I don't know how many Deadpool figs we've had. 3. We've got Deadpool, Deadpool Duck, and Sheriff Deadpool. Deadpool doesn't seem to be exclusive. Oh, we did get a set with Deadpool. Is this the first performance? I have to catch up on that. I'm really enjoying this build. Who is it?
Norway.
Oh, it's going in order, is it? we did flip coin, heads and tails, to see who got the first song, and then we go every opposite. So Norway is my song. I get the points from this. So hopefully they do well. But I am genuinely enjoying this build so much. We got to finish it. I can't wait any longer.
Oh, this is a proper bot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Racking up the points.
No, actually, it's a really good bot.
Was I not finished? No, oh wow, I missed this piece from... Wow. What? That was ages ago. This little 1x2 in grey. Overstepped that. Hello there. Did get that piece from Pick a Brick. Okay, next time I place, I was tempted to place an order for that space baby, the astronaut baby. I was tempted to pick it up, but what I will be doing is building it using the instructions for Grogu. We're building a massive Grogu in the same scale, and thankfully Lego have cheated. So shout out minifigure Jez, who is building a show my Lego setup. I will have a video hopefully coming out at the start of next week, showing off, because this has completely changed since my little tour I did at the start of the month. So I will have another one of that, showing off everything, including a close-up at my Star Wars timeline up there, because I'm really happy with how that's come. But yeah, I have to pick that up off Pick a Brick. We're going to use Grogu's torso as the baby astronaut, because minifigure Jez built the astronaut like the Lego set. He built the astronaut, and the oxygen tanks could be pulled off. They're actual oxygen tank elements that can be put on and off the fig. Lego cheated by... Well, Lego didn't cheat. They were smart about it. They used snot bricks to attach the actual tanks onto the baby. I guess it's a little smaller. 2x6 brick. Do we attach it? I know it's to make up for the other wing, and so they look the same. But do we attach it, or do we pop it off? I think a lot of people... It should be optional. Lego should have it optional, a bit like the other wing. I guess no, if it's optional. Yeah, what's the point of this build? They might as well just say do what you want. Alright, it's fair enough that they've used the brick here. Again, like Anakin's, definitely seen the resemblance. I'm pretty sure I even popped this side off. This side of the wings got the little dip here for the droid, which again, we're putting the droid's head on sideways. Should we have to pop off the head, or should we have a droid body with only one stud in the middle so that we can turn the droid head? It's just a thought. I mean, they've redone the printing so many times. We could get a new mold for the body. I know it's one piece away. We just need a 2x2 tile with the stud, but then we can get the droid in with the feet clipped at the bottom. Maybe even made a brick thicker if you get rid of the extra plates, but it's the Lego way. They've got to make it look good and make it nice and secure. You don't know the power of the dark side of the Force. I would show it now. My camera's actually fixed on the desk. It looks like I've just stood it up, but it is nice and secure, and if I move it, I will not get this angle back. So keep an eye out for that video. I will knock it up in the queue. I tell you what, dependent when I get it done. Oh, that was not good. That's got, it's overhanging, so I can pull this one off, but I should have started the other side. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm aiming to get this done tomorrow. I won't be going live tomorrow, and I've been going live every other day this week, and I might be going live more often in general. It's been quite a fun time chilling with you all. But if I finish up, what have I got to do? I've just got to sort of tidy everything up. I think everything's screwed over there that has to be. So I might record the video tomorrow. I might record it tomorrow, get it out tomorrow, and you might see it a bit earlier. She's safe. Is she all right? It seems in your anger you killed her. No. That's not true. That's impossible. I've already got Revenge of the Sith. There you go. Anyone wants me to voice any lines for a Lego animation, let me know. Do it. Hello there. A droid body with a stud in the middle, along with a stud on the bottom. That's a good point. I tell you what, I'm going to one up the stud on the bottom because I think the stud might get in the way for some builds. What if instead, right now that hole's got an axle hole in it, which means it can hold bar elements. I don't remember ever seeing a droid that can hold a bar element. Get rid of the axle in the middle, replace it with a pinhole. So we get a little hole. Maybe we'd have to have another hole to release the pin. Lego can work this out. We don't need to tune all these fine details. No, I have to tune these fine details. I want to 3D print the perfect droid torso. I will be doing that at some point. But yeah, if we get a pin in the bottom, that's what Lego use in the Skywalker saga. They put one of the little stud pins in the bottom of the droid with a chi slope on it. That's pretty cool. So that's what they need to do physically now. Yes. Almost done. We've got a lot of spare tiles. Nope, no spare tiles. You didn't hear that. We got nothing. 7 and 8 on top. The final stickers. The sticker sheet, I still find it's weird that they're all numbered individually because they've got so many others. Oh, Darkseid trying to start fights in the chat. No, it's all right. Did Disney ruin Star Wars? No. The sequels. Sequels are good. I've seen quite a few videos now. I don't know who started this with but Star Wars doesn't matter because the sequels. I think the sequels are an important lesson outside of Star Wars. The Empire cannot be topped. It doesn't matter what Thrawn's gonna do. I don't think he can be scarier than Palpatine. I don't think they're gonna try to make Thrawn scarier than Palpatine, but I do think complacency is a big, not just political issue, but in general, it is quite a big issue. The New Republic grew so complacent with their, they just went against everything the rebellion was fighting for, and then became a government that was seemingly eerily similar to the Republic, which was outdated, as we all know. And then we got the First Order, which started off very, very different morals, I'd like to point out, but started off just like the Rebels, a small faction that then grew and grew and eventually tried to take over. But unlike the Rebellion, which over the course of 6 years managed to topple the Empire, 6 years, A New Hope to return, or like 3 years, couple of years, over the course of a couple of years it managed to top the Empire, but the First Order didn't. The First Order could not prevail, and that's where we've got Rey. Who's this?
It's yours.
Oh no! Which country is this?
Estonia.
Estonia with the espresso. Oh, I think that's going to score well. Here we go. One blast up, point away. Sequel should have went over the Rise of the First Order. That could have been. I think the first, because sequels start off and it's, oh no, the First Order has this system killer, not just a planet killer, Death Star on steroids. And I think if that had been the final battle, that would have been more compelling, because it did a lot of the issues with the original trilogy. Han and Luke, these nobodies to the rebellion, show up, and then they get crowned medals of bravery for what these other rebels have done for years. And then we get similar. something similar. We get an ex-trooper. Han Solo was an ex-trooper, but an ex-trooper and Finn, and then Luke Skywalker show up, and no, Finn and Rey it was, wasn't it? Show up, and suddenly they're heroes. I get they're force sensitive. That did make sense. Both Luke and no, both Rey and Finn. It's so similar. I'm confusing it. Both Rey and Finn being force sensitive makes so much sense. And I'm not just talking about that really cool Finn poster from The Force Awakens. That kind of did make me hope. But yeah, it could have been earlier and maybe later. The whole deal with Palpatine could have been a Clone Wars series between the last two movies. I do think it could have been a bit on. The old droid body had a pinhole of sorts. Oh, is the Clone Wars any good? Hell yeah, the Clone Wars is amazing. I am a big prequel trilogy fan, so if you like the prequels, and if you don't like the prequel movies, you might still like Clone Wars. If you watch Rebels, Clone Wars is the Rebels before. Clone Wars walked so Rebels could run. And I do think Rebels has run. Rebels did get a really good reception. Maybe not the first time, but as soon as all the Lego sets retired and no one had that Rebels Ahsoka, everyone started watching it. Yeah, all 7 seasons. I think the highlight for me, season 7's good. Getting the Lost Arks and the time we waited for that has definitely earned it brownie points. Oh, we're getting 4 studs because Ahsoka's got little legs. Oh. But yes, Clone Wars, season 5 is a highlight for me. Season 5, everything goes down. Season 6 is when they were told no more. So they wrapped up a few stories, got a few of the little bits out. I think there's only like 13 episodes in that. And then season 7 is when Disney brought it back. And they did a few of their unfinished stories, polished them off. And it's kind of what Tales has been. I don't know if you've noticed, but with Tales, what do we get? We got Tales of the Jedi. Okay, Tales of the Jedi, the Dooku arc was something that we hadn't seen. And Yaddle was from, the Yaddle thing was from a book. And then Ahsoka was meant to be based off an unfinished story. Kind of got it in that. Same with Barriss. In Tales of the Empire, Barriss's story was an unfinished Clone Wars arc. And then we got Thrawn. Thrawn wasn't Clone Wars. And in Tales of the Underworld, Cad Bane, I thought they were going to do the unfinished Clone Wars arc. But it turns out Asajj got the unfinished Clone Wars arc. So every single Tales... Oh wow, every single Tales has had an unfinished Clone Wars arc. Other unfinished Clone Wars arcs include the Bad Batch series. We've had a few of them released publicly and a few made into books as well, but there's so much good Clone Wars content. Anyway, we finished building the ship. Here we go. Here is Ahsoka's Eater. I don't need to be in focus. Let's get focus on this model because we've not only got space for the droid, just down here. Something that I like about this is the cockpit isn't clipped in. The cockpit opens all the way. That seems accurate to the show. I'm pretty sure it well clears the top because we see Anakin and Kenobi force jumping out of this all the time, and that not being clipped is just smoother. It's so much more satisfying, but then you don't get to clip the droid body in the back. Some really new pieces. Half of these feel exclusive, few of them are. Cockpit, these wedges, these pieces just under here, which actually match up. They match up perfectly to these side panels here. Look at that, these dark bluish grey. And then we've also got some unique printing, I guess. But this windscreen, it looks good. It looks good. Opinion on Andor, worth the watch. Andor is as good as Rogue One. I'm actually thinking, because I did react to Andor with my partner, but it isn't on the channel. So would you like to see a mashup of that? Because I could, shorten it to the little parts that really do stand out and just do a little sneak peek of what you could get over on them videos. If you do want to watch those videos, they're over on the playlist tab. There's a whole playlist of Star Wars reactions, which includes Andor and also Tales of the Underworld. So if you're a Clone Wars fan, check those out. They were a lot of fun to do. I got to scan this for my 20 points now. Anything good in the back? I do wish we got posters back, because this is the back of the instruction. But I wish we had, instead of this page, I wish we had the posters of all the sets. Imagine, like, the Eta and the Arc 170, even the N1 would fit in the sky, and then we just have this giant Grogu roaming about. I think it would work if they fit them all into the same scene. Maybe even have, like, Anakin, clone pilots, and Grogu attacking the bigger Grogu. That would work. I'd love to see posters back. Pull them out and just, like, mache them all together into one massive poster. Wish the foils were attached by a ratchet piece, because it's hard to get all the foils in the right position to keep them that way. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm surprised Lego, because this is the similar design that has been around for a long time. Must be talking a decade at least with these four fins, maybe even longer than that. I'm surprised there hasn't been any sort of Technic going through the middle of the wing that just spins and gets it up, or string. Lego have used string in a fair few sets. Attach it to the front and back, and then all you need to do is pull a little bit of string. It'd be hard to wire it in the wings, I guess. They could go through one of the Technic. I'll work on that, getting a bit of string that you can just pull, open the wings, and then you fold them down to close them, because then they'll pull the string back in. I'm going to get onto that, see what I can do. But that's been all for this stream. We've got Ahsoka's Eta, and more importantly, just as importantly, we have Ahsoka's minifigure with a brand new Leku piece. Shorter Leku, don't match up to the Clone Wars style, but it's also got a new print that goes all the way up for maybe the first time for an Ahsoka minifigure. I also like the fact that if you look at the plastic closely, where it's been moulded, it kind of looks like there's like a little pattern to it. Kind of looks like it's been stretched, almost like when you stretch rubber and then it goes back and never really stays the same. It's not deformed in any way. It just looks like it's been stretched a little bit, which gives it a quite realistic look for a Lego piece. So this minifigure's great. Anakin, my first accurate Revenge of the Sith Anakin. And it came in a Clone Wars set. This isn't even a Revenge of the Sith set. It's a Clone Wars set. But I'm liking the droid. Again, I'm less excited about the droid because it's coming in the Advent calendar. And I think the fact that we are getting it in the Advent calendar does kind of... I guess it should be in the set. They can't have put it in the Advent calendar without putting it in this set. But I was wishing we got Plo's droid. Plo's droid with a body. And maybe even a little Christmassy fire top. I do think just Plo's droid would have been perfect for the Advent calendar. Have I seen Darth Jar Jar? I have seen Darth Jar. I've seen Jar Jar. We saw Jar Jar in Fortnite yesterday. We played that. Jar Jar and Vader. We did manage to kill Vader, but we're going to talk to Vader next time. Didn't unlock Grievous either. We're going to be playing next Wednesday, Repo. I'm opening the floor, so 5 of you at the start of the stream will be able to join in the lobby, and who knows, maybe we can switch it up halfway into it. And then Fortnite later on, I think Friday we'll be playing Fortnite again, because we got the Mandalorian update. Mandalorian Rising. So we're going to see what that Mando skin is, and if it is fully customizable, I might have to buy my first skin on Fortnite, because a customizable Mandalorian would be amazing. But until then, thank you so much for watching to the end of the stream. We did push into the start of Eurovision. Hopefully we've got some points secured. Very excited for Repo. Yes, you've set up a computer for this. I think we'll have to get you in for sure. And that is all for today's stream. See you all Monday for a little surprise Lego stream. Until then, that is all. May the bricks be with you always.